Hey everyone, Saru here, and I just want to say that first and foremost, I apologize for not updating the Kickstarter with FX Unit Yuki info. A lot's been going on, mainly with the other versions of the game. I also moved into a new place. This is my new house, and I've been busy with that. But that doesn't mean progress has stopped on any of the things, because since the Genesis version and the Dreamcast version are being handled by a third party, things are still moving forward with all that stuff. Speaking of which, the Genesis Mega Drive version of the game is complete. That game is finished. It is 100% done. So what are we waiting for now with that version? Well, that version got sent to get a prototype made. So right now we're waiting on the prototype to come back. If everything goes well with the prototype and Josh Prod gives the okay, then the prototype gets sent to get mass manufactured. And after that happens, we will have games. So I don't have an exact release date yet, because I will find out as soon as Josh Prod lets me know when they get everything back. So when those games come back, when we get the announcement that the games are being sent to manufacture, I will let everybody know that the games have been sent to manufacture, so that you guys are aware of what's going on. I wouldn't imagine it would take too much longer. I'm guessing any day now they're going to get the prototype back. I'm not sure how long that takes. I've never manufactured any carts before, so I have no idea. It could be a week, could be a couple weeks. I'm not exactly sure. But with that said, I wouldn't imagine that it would take more than a couple months to get those carts manufactured. But we'll find out what Josh Prod says here. But I'm guessing that we will have physical cartridges soon, very, very soon. So now, next on the list, the Dreamcast version. Dreamcast version right now is, I would say, maybe 95% complete. Right now the game is in bug testing, so we're bug testing the game currently, and everything is good. It's pretty much like the PC Engine version, minus all the slowdown, and all of the imagery looks really crisp, because with the PC Engine cinemas, they didn't quite look all that great, because it was very limited to the color palette of the PC Engine. Same thing with the Mega Drive version, has the same issue that the PC Engine version has as far as the colors go with the cinematics. But the Dreamcast version is in full color. Those are in full resolution, 32-bit color, I believe. So it looks really great. No slowdown with the Dreamcast version, because the Dreamcast doesn't really suffer from those hardware limitations. No sprite flicker, none of that. Alright, so the next one on the list is the PC version. So the PC version is still in the works, because that one is actually... our programmer is doing that one. So the old Rover is programming the PC version, and a lot of things are happening with that version that are making it a better game overall. Like the resolution is going to be a lot higher. A lot of the things that we weren't able to fit in the PC Engine version will now be added to the PC version. So you're going to see enemies and parts of levels that you haven't seen before if you played through the entire PC Engine version, because we ran out of space with the PC Engine version. And the PC version doesn't have that issue. So same thing with the Dreamcast version. The PC is going to have the much higher resolution pictures and what have you. However, the PC version, we're still working on it. I don't have an exact date for that one. At this point, the Genesis version, the Genesis Mega Drive version, should be the next one coming. And with the Dreamcast, those two versions will probably be released right next to each other. Because manufacturing for the Dreamcast version, even though right now we're still bug testing the Dreamcast version, manufacturing discs is a lot easier than manufacturing carts, so those should be back here at about the same time that we're ready to distribute the carts. Now, as far as the different versions go, I could go ahead and show you some footage of the completed Genesis Dreamcast version, and you'll get to hear some of the cool, awesome chiptune music that goes along with it. So why don't we go ahead and take a look? Alright, so there you have it. There's the Mega Drive Genesis version of FX Unit Yuki. What did you guys think? I think it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the, I mean, you know, obviously I'm going to say I like it, right? Because it's my, you know, it's my creation. But the guys who ported this game did a really good job. I think the music is really cool. Like the people that they got. I think it's two different composers that did the music for the game, and I think the game music is really cool. It's got like that Sega chiptune sound that everyone, you know, that you expect. Sorry, I'm like totally tongue-tied. I'm a little too excited. But a lot of the music came out super good. It's really thumpy. The chiptunes are great. Graphics are really good too. It looks a lot like the PC Engine version. There's some places that in the game that kind of you can see that the colors are a little more drab than the PC Engine version, and that's obvious because the PC Engine has a much more colorful palette than the Mega Drive version, and that's to be expected. But most of the stages look pretty spot on. Like it looks really good. And I really like it. I really like how it came out, the overall package. I'm super excited for it. I'm super excited to finally have it coming to us in a physical version, in physical carts. And we're going to have two different covers, like a European Mega Drive version, American Genesis like style version, which is really cool. But enough about that. Once we get to some more... once I get my hands on the Dreamcast version, take some footage of that, I'll go ahead and show you guys in an update. Next update won't be anywhere near as long of a gap as this update, and I do apologize once again for that. Just there was a lot going on, but now that we have some stuff to show you guys, I feel more confident about doing these updates, and more confident about more updates to come along. So, next on the docket is the books. A lot of people are like, hey, where are my books? And asking me, hey, did you guys ship out the books? And blah, blah, blah. And where the hell are the books? So you guys, you know, I do apologize again for the books. The comic book has been done, long since done. The art book was done, and I say was done because I went and sent out to have the book made. Like have a prototype made, and then we started going through the PDFs, and I started showing some of the people the art book contents, and a lot of like, this is cool, but I would have liked to have seen, you know, more of this, and maybe like frames of Yuki in the book, like a lot of her animations, and a lot of production sketches that in my eyes weren't complete. They're really sketchy, but a lot of people want to see that, so I'm actually adding that stuff in. And another thing is that I'm adding more artwork, so that a lot of the stages have like mock-up like game covers for them that I had drawn up as sketches, and I was originally going to include those as sketches. Well, I decided to color all of them, and I'm going to put those in the book as well. So the book will have it'll just be it'll have a lot more polish, a lot more bang, as far as the content goes. And another thing with the books and the comics, and why I haven't, because people are like, well, you can ship the comics. No, we can't, because we don't have the money to do it. One of the biggest things with sending everything out is that I'd like to send as much as possible and as much of it together, just to save on shipping, because one of the things that really screwed us was the policy change with USPS. Especially with international shipping. Like with international shipping, we were totally screwed as far as that goes. It's almost double now to send stuff internationally, you know, and that really like f's us up pretty bad. So it's tough. Like I think I mentioned this before. Like we're going to eat that cost obviously, because you know everything is done. We collected the money, and it'll get sent out when it'll get sent out. But the reason why we're waiting to send a lot of this stuff is because I'd like to send as much of it as I can together to save on that shipping. But the next thing, I don't know if you all have noticed, but I'm wearing this cool FX Unit Yuki hat. Now, I had a bunch of hats made. I'm going to be selling this hat. I'm not this specific hat, but this color here, this gray color, and a black. We're going to do black FX Unit Yuki hats as well. They're going to be these hats. I really like them. They're really cool. Now, we're going to have a little contest. There was a little secret in FX Unit Yuki that we're now going to go ahead and finally talk about. There's a secret image in FX Unit Yuki, a secret graphic that is revealed when you complete a series of tasks in the game. Well, one specific task is like dust bunnies flying around. But a couple of the things that I'm going to give away to 2 of the winners is going to be more FX Unit Yuki hats. Now, these 2 hats, these are the only 2 white hats we're making, and we did it specifically for this contest. So 2 lucky winners will win this hat, along with an FX Unit Yuki canvas. We're doing 2 8x10 canvases, 2 signed, personalized canvases of FX Unit Yuki, and a special image that's hidden in the game. We're only making 2 of those as well. And 2 lucky winners will win a hat, the canvas, and a bunch of other goodies that we'll throw in there, like stickers and pins, and it'll just be a cool, like, Yuki grab bag per se. But what makes it cool is 2 of the items are the only 2 of the items that will ever exist for FX Unit Yuki. So hopefully that'll make somebody who wins this contest feel very special. Now, as far as what it is and how to find the secret image, we're not going to give anybody any hints just yet. What we will tell you is that you do have to do a series of things in one specific stage in a certain order, but we're not going to tell you which stage and what that order is. You guys will just have to play around in the game and find out for yourselves, but it'll be fun. So the first 2 people to discover that image will get the secret image, obviously, at the end of the game. I don't believe the difficulty matters, but I mean, so long as you're playing on normal and you do the sequence correctly, you'll go ahead and reveal the image at the end of the game. The game will make it obvious that you've gotten it by making a sound. So there's that. And we might go ahead and throw some hints later on if nobody is able to figure out, and the contest will pretty much stay open until 2 of the people discover what the secret is, and we're hoping that that is soon. Now, obviously, this applies to the people who own the PC Engine game, because the PC Engine game, the PC Engine TurboGrafx version of the game, is the only one that's out right now. Speaking of the PC Engine version of the game, we're actually down to less than 100 CDs left of the PC Engine game. And pretty much once those are gone, they're gone. We don't know when we're going to make new ones. But when we do make the new ones, they're going to differ from the original game. Because I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but inside of the instruction manual, there's a bit of a boo-boo in the game. And I believe that that typo is in the back of the book under the items page. Both the charge shot and the power slide both say the same thing. And those are supposed to be different, obviously, because they're 2 different moves. But in my scurry to get FX Unit Yuki out as quickly as possible, I guess I screwed that up. So the next batch of games the cover will differ slightly as far as the colors. We're probably going, instead of these pink hues, it's going to be more red hues. Same thing with the stuff on the back. So the new version will differ so that people can know right off the bat by looking at it if it's the original game, or if it's version 1.2 of FX Unit Yuki. However, like I said, we don't know when we're going to make more of the games. It could be a while before we make these new versions, but know that we are down to the last 100 or less of the original PC Engine game. So if anybody wants to buy it still, you still can. Alright, so I think that does it for all the updates in this video. So everybody get out there and play the game, and try to find the secret image, and we'll go ahead and share it with people. We'll throw a bunch of stuff on social media and see if we can get some hype going for this contest. But that is all for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.